Hello, lacrosse friends, and welcome to the 2025 Major Series Lacrosse Championship Finals. It is game number 2 here at the Peterborough Memorial Centre. I am Stephen Stamp, joined by Joe Sullivan and Sully.
I think 4 goals right off the hop, to get them out of the gates and get going.
I'm just going to start you again because I think we lost audio just for a moment. So I was going to say, I was just noticing I had the audio clicked off. But we're talking about Great Dane Smith and how he's been in the playoffs in just 5 games for Six Nations.
Actually, unreal numbers, to be quite honest. He's just single-handedly put the team on his back. And we were talking before we went on air here, and he just kind of does it quietly. Comes out, gets 4 goals, all from the same spot, ran underneath, and just able to use his reach to get that ball in there. Just fantastic ball player.
On the other side, the Lakers don't have anyone up there, even though they've played 8 games. Nobody as high as Dane Smith. But the one thing with Six Nations, they don't have anyone else who's got more than 20 points or more than 10 goals. The Lakers have a much more balanced attack. We're going to go to the anthem, and we'll be right back. All right, we are back and just about ready to roll. They're going to clear the floor, and we will get going. And we've still got these numbers up so you can take a peek at them, but you can see the Lakers much more balanced scoring, including Tate Katoni leading them in goals, or second to his brother Holden in goals, including, of course, that 3-goal night in the huge, heroic performance against
as a coach, I don't know which way you want it. You want that one guy that's going to get you going, or do you want to do it by, committee? And I think, Peterborough's got a great outlook to say do it by committee, but, proof is in the pudding. Obviously Six Nations came out and Dane Smith threw them on his back. Can he do it all series? I guess time will tell.
We will see. Now we are ready to go. Six Nations, of course, won the first game of this series, and I think most people probably see them as the favorites to win both this and the Mann Cup.
Yeah, they've just had a dominant team all year. Nobody's been able to push them around physically. Nobody's been able to match them on the scoreboard. They've got depth, they've got leadership, and they've got a staff that's been there and done that. Pretty tough to beat.
Taking the face-offs for Peterborough, best in the business, Jake Withers, but he is up against another very good face-off guy here in Tim Edwards. Remember the U.S. team at the Worlds last year in Utica. They faced off some games there. Although Jordan Ardella tended to take a little bit more of their face-offs. First possession, Ryan Smith will flip it over. He is so dangerous, as of course is Lyle Thompson. That pass doesn't quite connect on the 2-man game, and Mitch Ogilvie will pick it up eventually. Kind of tapped it ahead. And now they can muck if they want, but lots of room for Ogilvie. He'll pick it up and head into the offensive zone. That pass doesn't connect with Rezatera, so that's going to be a turnover immediately. Matt Marinier, they picked him up at the deadline, and he makes a long pass to Shane Jackson. Turned aside by Drew Hutchison. We had assumed Nick Rose would be between the pipes.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised to see that. Hutchie's proven that he can get it done, but yeah.
At the other end, Doug Jamieson. We anticipated Jamieson because Hill played in game 1, and they have been alternating for about 3 years now, very consistently, and both playing very well. Here's Holden Katoni trying to fight through the check of Nungo Thompson.
You know,
not going to be able to do it.
Talking about how they alternate. What's impressive is they did it even in the Mann Cup.
Yeah, no deviations from that. They have absolute faith in both goalies. They've won 3 straight Mann Cups. Jackson scooping that one up. Had some pressure from Withers, who gets a pretty solid pick from Dawson Theed. That could be his middle name, Dawson Solid Pick Theed. Josh Byrne rips one. That's off the post, up out of play. It's going to be a fresh 30 for Six Nations.
Just watch Dawson Theed, and he just almost has his way out there, moving his body around, opening up the floor.
He's always been big and strong. I mean, he was like that in junior, but he has really stepped up the skill side of his game after he stopped playing hockey at the collegiate level and has really focused on lacrosse, and he is scoring some amazing goals. He's really become a dual threat with the size and the skill.
Yeah,
Speaking of dual threats, Dane Smith gets it back from Shane Jackson. We mentioned 38 points in their 5 playoff games, 19 goals, 19 assists. And here's a hard sidearm rip on the run for Brendan Bomberry. Punch is thrown, and a takedown of Dawson Theed.
Didn't really see what started that.
No.
Maybe just Theed. Like, he is it's gonna bother you after a while. He's banging a lot of bodies, but
yeah, and it's Withers. So they're both obviously going to go to the box, but not sent to the dressing rooms. Or is Withers? Yeah, Withers has to go. He very innocently walks away.
Jake's just looking over like, well, you called me for that? I don't know. But and then Theed's still trying to go to his bench. No, they're going to both sit down for 2.
So we've got fans tuning in from Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri, from Nanaimo, from Guelph, all over the place, and here in Peterborough. So awesome.
If you're not at this game, you want to be. You were talking earlier about some great Minnow Cup play. That's been quite interesting to watch and see what Orangeville, St. Catharines, with which might be called an upset yesterday, taking Orangeville in overtime to make them evened up with 4 points each.
So we are still at 5-on-5. Tate Katoni, he's going to let that one fly. It's blocked. Not sure if that hit a Chief or his teammate, but here on the run. And a pretty good shot there from Marinier, who gets tangled up with Katoni after. There's a pass right down to Reza Territz. Put back attempt by Gilray. With the co-defensive players of the year right beside each other there in Gilray and Latrell Harris.
Gilray is so good at that. You know, I think his thing is a little bit more of an outside shot, but man, he can finish.
Byrne taking his time. Ian McKay up for an offensive shift. Jackson across to the far side to Lyle Thompson. He's going to backdoor pass. What a save. Drew Hutchison.
That was fantastic. That's right there. That's in a gaping wide open net. Hutchie just reached back with his stick. Picked that out of the air. Fantastic job. He's here to play.
Ogilvy up over center. He was very good at the end of Game 7 against Brooklyn when he came in after there's an illegal equipment call on Zach Higgins. And we're pretty sure Nick Rose had illegal equipment as well. So he was off the floor and on the bench. He is actually, I checked in warm-up, he's wearing his Team Canada tights or pads and pants tonight. So he is good to go in terms of legality. Drew Hutchison has his Team USA gear on. At the other end, I've been told the Chiefs had gear made for them this summer. Hard rip by Dane Smith. So they are okay. So we shouldn't have any issues with the gear tonight.
No big 5-minute penalty is going to change the course of the game here late.
And South Korea. We have people watching from that. Jerry Marino. It's a little weird not having him sitting in front of us.
That's right. Yeah.
But he is off watching Brendan play in the World U20s. Pretty exciting stuff in Jeju.
That's
South
great.
Korea. Here's a shot from the outside from Braden Saris.
Great to see someone like Brendan get an opportunity to play at that level and play so well.
Lyle Thompson to the offensive zones. We're 4 minutes in already without a goal. Thompson and Smith really working the two-man game.
Well, who do you cover? I mean, both are just
Right.
deadly, right? So I was thinking it's almost like one of the the Lakers teams from the 2010, 2009 area where who do you cover?
Yeah. I mean, and that's the thing. I mean, you see Dane Smith with 38 points in 5 games. There's a penalty coming to the Lakers, probably illegal sub. McKay's going to slow it up. He'll stay out. McKay played forward for the most part this year for Buffalo as they won their second straight championship. Has played more of a D training role here, but can definitely go up and play effectively now. They've got 6 runners out there, and they come to Byrne. Backdoor attempt. 5 on the shot clock. Gilray just trying to kill some time. And then gets up into the face of Brendan Bomberry, maybe trying to draw some retaliation. Bomberry says no. Oh,
Yeah.
penalty shot signal just went up.
Not
Because it was a
sure.
breakaway.
Yeah.
Affected the shot. So, yeah, Andrew Ecclestone has just thrown up the penalty shot, the crossed hands. That's huge.
Who takes that one? Is that Dane Smith? You've got your choice down there if you're Mr. Tavares.
Dane Smith is asking. He just yelled penalty shot. I don't know, man. Dane Smith, Josh Byrne, Lyle Thompson. Lyle Thompson's a pretty good pick. I think he's going.
Rock, paper, scissors down on the bench.
Right? One note for the Chiefs is Cody Jamieson is not in the lineup. He was taped up, had a bit of an ankle or Achilles issue, and we saw the tape during warm-up. I think folks thought he was going to be in. He is not.
Lyle Thompson's going to take the penalty shot.
Lyle Thompson lining up to take it. That doesn't really hurt their left side. They've got Josh Byrne, Shane Jackson, Dawson Theed, and Ian McKay. So here comes Thompson. Not too wide. In. Big save. By
They
Drew
with him the
Hutchison.
whole time.
Yeah, let's watch that one again as he comes in.
Lyle comes in slow, short little steps, and he fakes and fakes and fakes. And Hutchie just comes right across with him and shuts it down. That's fantastic.
And Lyle Thompson is having nightmares of U.S. goalies because that was the big one in the semifinal. Of course, he had a breakaway on Goa Abrams late in that semi at the Worlds in Utica. And I'm pretty sure I was calling that game. And I wasn't 100% sure whether he'd missed or Goa Abrams got it. But then you see the replay, and there's pictures of Goa Abrams' fingers getting the ball.
You're kidding.
Oh, my goodness. What a save. Probably the biggest save of Goa Abrams' life. That got the U.S. to the gold medal game.
Such a small goalie. Doesn't take up much of the net at all. He is a wall.
Space,
He
but
is
he
a
moves
wall in
well.
there, yeah.
Here's Steve Priolo. He is St. 8-second count. They're going to turn it over. Priolo is St. Catherine's lacrosse royalty, and he was at the Minto Cup last night handing out the Player of the Game awards. Minto going on tonight with the semifinals. We are not going to give you updates on that game because I've had people say, hey, please don't tell us the scores. We want to save it till later. So feel free to have another window, have a score open, whatever you like, but we're not going to talk about the score. Hard shot by Catoni, ricochets away. It's going to go over and back. And there goes Latrell Harris. Withers coming in to try and take that away. Passes to Byrne, just misses. Didn't get out of play, so it's going to be caught by Hope in the penalty in the crease. Of course, the penalties to Withers and Theed, those are two Halifax Thunderbirds teammates battling out there. And obviously, neither of them backing
I
down.
think if they had had a little more space, something else might have happened there. But
and the thing, I mean, if you fight, you're out for the game and it's suspended for a game after.
You got to really think about it.
Justin Martin leaves it for Theed. Following it up is Ryan Smith of the Rochester Nighthawks, who, of course, were just purchased by the Seneca Nation. Awesome that they are sticking around. Here's Josh Byrne over to Smith. Still 10 seconds on the shot clock as they fling it out to Dane Smith. Boy. Dustin Burkhoff right out on Smith, and then he's going to run Josh Byrne. Burkhoff there to provide some grit. He's getting into it with Ryan Smith, but he definitely brings toughness. He can play. But he
can play. I think a lot of people look past that. I mean, Peterborough's deep on the back end, but Dustin is going to bring a presence that really, that might have been the key that they were missing.
I think he's very effective in transition, still working on the defensive side. Saris rips one that's wide. Bell can't get it. As he played hockey for a while as well. He wasn't playing lacrosse. He's come back, was drafted by the Ottawa Black Bears. And the defensive side is coming, but that takes a while. Here's Tate Catoni. That's where he scored from in overtime. Now he gets a shot penalty coming to Six Nations as that one is stopped. Thomas Hogarth is in there, stirring things up a little.
Yep. All your usuals are right in the thick of it there. Matty Marinier won't get pushed around. He's going to stick up for anybody if he has the opportunity to do so as well.
And he'll let you know about it.
He sure will.
I remember him saying during a game this summer, saying when he was playing for Coburg, saying, I can't take much more. I can't take much more. I'm going to go.
He's a big body. He's a paramedic by trade. So he's very professional, well-spoken. And then you see him on the floor, and it's just a different person altogether.
Yeah. So often that's the case, right? Billy D. Smith. Think of that.
Oh, yeah.
He was just a beast example on the floor, but you get him off the floor, and just a great guy. Priolo and Tyson Bell at the top of the penalty kill. Marinier blocking that with his butt, and Harris picks it up.
This Laker play is brought to you by Jordan Brothers.
Yeah, we've also got Jane Lee watching from Korea. Folks all over the world tuning in to MSL Finals action, as well they should. We had the women's MSL on the weekend, had great viewership from around the world. Loved that, a lot of fun. Mimico winning the championship. Great quick stick by Ian McKay, but it was turned aside by Hutchison.
Fantastic final in that women's WMSL.
Awesome.
Great game. Eric Evans obviously opening up late with 2 goals. Take the win.
Here's Katoni. We've got still a minute plus on the power play. Quick pass, and Rezatera tries to shovel his own rebound back. It's stopped by Jamison. And boy, Matt Marinier is playing a huge role so far in this game for Six Nations. Big pickup for them at the trade deadline. He got a chance to play with his younger brother, Alex. The early draft pick in the MSL draft, and about to be an early draft pick in the NLL draft. There's Brendan Bomber.
So. He's just a fantastic player.
He's going top.
Yeah, he's
top 5. I'd say top 3, but
if he's not in the top 5, then somebody's missed a couple games, because he is just fantastic all around.
Yeah, great character too. When you get to be around him, he's just a great kid. I know
wants to get better each and every game.
Yeah. They were so thrilled to get to play together, because they're just far enough apart that they didn't get to play together in high school, in junior, and anywhere. So that was their first chance in Coburg and MSL this summer, and they loved it. Here's Peterborough back on the power play with another 15 seconds. They do have time to get a shot off. Katoni up to Saris. He's been deadly from the top. That one was touched, so it won't be an over and back. Bell grabs it, sprints out of trouble. Scores! Tyson Bell on the run.
Just an effortless shot, It's just he timed it just perfectly. He took a look at the bench, knew he had a bit of time to run, and he tucked it in and went. He thinks about the guy coming off here, seeing if he could feed off in transition, but there you have it. Just caught Hutchie back on his heels just a little bit. You were talking about Billy D. Smith in a Laker game against Six Nations way back when. I remember him coming to our bench, and it was like he was trying to crawl into our bench. He wanted to just get to everybody, only to find out that he was after Mark Steinhaus, who was his brother-in-law.
Yeah, that was classic. Yeah. Oh, I talked to Vanessa Smith, Billy D's sister and Mark's partner, who they've had, 5 kids, right? After I said, when they're doing that, what are you thinking? And she's like, I just think, stop it. I talked to Billy D after the game and said, what was going on? He's like, he just gets under my skin, he says stuff. And oh man, Mark Steinhaus was Mark was a master at getting under Billy D's skin and a lot of other people's as well. Hard rip, and Mike Robinson ties it up for the Lakers. An absolute rocket.
Just hangs on to it. Seems like an innocent shot, but we've seen him score from there all year. He just got a great outside shot.
Yeah, he does. I mean, he scores outside all the time.
Great for Peterborough to respond back like that.
Yeah.
Six Nations won't like that one, and they usually take a lot more to get going.
That one's picked up by Gilray. Hard fake. Going to take some bumps there. Steve Priolo basically hits anything in blue and red that moves. Probably future Hall of Famer in the NLL in my mind.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mike Robinson on the run. That one's blocked out front. Went off either Bell or McKay. It's going to be grabbed by Holden Katoni. They've got 7 on the shot clock. He tries to get it to Hogarth. Bouncing over along the boards, and the Chiefs will just muck it. and take this one as we hit the midway point of the first period.
You know, you were talking about Priolo, and he was a St. Catharines Athletic, great Minnow Cup and all those things, and came into the league as just a pugilist and fighter and physical, and he has really developed, holy mackerel, over the years. Just fantastic.
Nice pass out front, but the big stop by Hutchison on Ryan Smith. This is fun. I'm actually checking. We've got people from Grand Rapids, Michigan. We've got people from New Zealand. This is Mike Barclay. What are you doing in New Zealand, dude? Rochester, New York. All over. Here's a rip from Resetarits. Big save. Doug Jamieson. Back up to Tate Katoni. That's Brad McCulley, which means Justin Sykes sitting for the Lakers. Impressive depth on both sides, although, I mean, the Chiefs just kind of crazy depth.
Yeah, there's not a weak link out there. Both teams just geared for this.
Resetarits trying to roll through. They've got 8 on the shot clock. Doesn't get it to McCulley. And here comes Dane Smith. So fast, so skilled. Buries it. Of course he does. The great
of
Dane.
all the players to try to skip the ball through, that's just the wrong guy to do it. And Dane just picks it off and he's gone. And again, strong stride, very effortless.
He's not playing primarily defense, I don't think, at this point, but I mean, he has done that the last couple of seasons. You see him just
if he gets stuck back
through.
there, he's still a great defender as well. I mean, he just knows the game so well.
Yeah, there's no stuck for him, right? It's like, it's not like you say, oh, Dane's stuck, let's go after him.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Right?
As they call it, a pigeon, he is not.
Yeah. Sorry, 3-peat for the Bandits, of course. I said 2. Right, because that's Priolo and a bunch of these players are on both. Back-to-back 3-peats.
Oh.
They're going for 4 here. Nice job by Robinson to get after that ball because he's got Justin Martin all over him.
Just off half a stride there, he would have had himself a breakaway.
Yeah. Robinson, hard sidearm pass. Sarah's back to him. Blast one, and Jamieson just got that. That was close. Tyson Bell will leave it for Dawson Theed.
You were talking about players that get under people's skin. He is one of them for sure. Tyson is just a great agitator.
Theed fighting through. This is what he's added. He's always had that toughness, but to hold on to the ball, and he could have taken a shot, made the pass. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Brendan Bomber, he gets one off the post that was close. Hutchison was just there.
Robert Hope, a victim of a Dawson Theed pick there, sent him right back. Too many men, 6 Nations.
Yep. And Robert Hope was directing the officials, actually pointing to the players. We got folks from Phoenix, Cornwall Island. Awesome to see folks from the Akwesasne area and Ganawage, Frog Pond, Halton, South Dakota, Sioux Falls. It's interesting. You can see on the camera that John Tavares having a chat with Johnny Vandergeesen.
I think he's trying to argue that he was actually in the change box before the player released.
I think he's trying to argue that the Lakers are doing the exact same thing as what Six Nations did.
Keep them honest, right?
Yeah.
Stephen, where are the U20s or where, right?
What's that?
Where are the U20s right now?
They're in Korea.
Korea.
Jeju, South Korea.
Sure, Jerry probably took his stick playing a little wall ball down there.
Probably. He should let me know how his feet are. I gave him some compression socks to wear on the flight.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. I wore him to Poland this year for the flight because when I went to do the field Euros.
Yeah.
Because if you don't wear the compression socks for the long flights, it's not good. Shot by Resetarits. So yeah, he sits in front of him, so I just gave him a pair. So hope your feet are doing well there, Jerry. Feet and calves. So Shane Jackson is serving that penalty. Ian McKay with the ball here.
Another great player in his own right. Shane Jackson might not be the guy you would think typically would serve that penalty, but there's got to be some thought behind it with Mr. Tavares.
Well, Cody Jamieson often serves the penalties in the first and third period on the road here for the Chiefs. So they have him coming out at the end of the penalty to because I think they figure they've got guys who can kill the ball, kill the time up there on the 30. Here's Katoni with a hard rip, scooped up by Marinier. So this time you got Jackson, one of the best in the business, coming off the bench in transition. Definitely make the Lakers think twice about shooting late in the penalty.
Yeah, he'll catch you for sure.
Thanks everyone for tuning in here. I'm Steven Stamp with Joe Sullivan. As Ryan Smith cuts to the middle, that's just a little bit wide. About 1,500 of you on right now catching the game. I'm sure everyone's enjoying this 2-1 contest right now.
14 shots to 11 in favor of Six Nations.
15 on the penalty. So the Lakers, if they're going to take a shot, it's going to be in the next 5 or 6 seconds. And that pass gets away to Tyson Bell taking off. Katoni trying to run with him, and the ball pops out. Did Katoni get some of that, or did Bell just lose it?
I think he just lost it, yeah. Or Katoni maybe slapped it. Who knows? But
he might have. Back to even strength. Jackson gets knocked to the floor by Matt Gilray. Pass across to Thompson doesn't connect. Picked up by Dylan Hutchison. Long pass. That's a little errant. It's going to go to Latrell Harris.
Yeah, they'd want that one back. They work hard to get that ball. You don't want to turn that over.
Hutchison's made some really good outlet passes in this playoffs, but that was not among them. That pass doesn't connect, but it's grabbed by Ryan Smith with 15 left now on the shot clock. Josh Byrne rips one high, goes straight to Ryan Smith. That doesn't connect. Ball gets away into the corner, and the Lakers are going to be able to let that 30 expire. Well, we talked to Matt Gilray, who had that break earlier, and he is. They said they're on baby watch with Matt Gilray. They are expecting a child soon. Yeah, good news for them.
Fantastic for them.
I said, so if we see him run off the floor in the middle of the game, we know he just got paged. Yeah. Tate Katoni. 8 left on the shot clock for the Lakers. He drives to the net, gets a shot off. Justin Martin hits him, and they're going to call crease violation as he lands in the blue paint.
Good effort, though. Good effort to get inside. Tate's done a great job having an outside game and an inside game.
Dane Smith trying to go backdoor to Brendan Bomber. We've seen more of them. That was only Kyle Buchanan doing that for quite a while, right? Now we're seeing other guys doing it, including Connor Kiernan for Brooklyn. Holding Katoni with it.
Every little battle is something to celebrate here.
Yeah. 4 minutes to go in the first. Quite a battle here. Holding Katoni. Going to get a pick from McCulley. Dane Smith on him. Illegal pick called on Hogarth.
They'll be asking for that to be called tight both ways then.
Yeah, the Lakers we'll be okay with that as long as it is called at the other end. We'll see if the Chiefs said anything particularly vicious. That's a great drive by Ryan Smith, but he bounces it off the crossbar. Nice play by Colton Armstrong to just drop that for holding Katoni, who tries to let one rip. It gets checked. Comes back to him. Priolo all over him. Shot by Rezater. It's stopped.
They're
Doug
not
Bemis
giving Holden much room at all. He gets that wind up where he comes across the top. They are right there to shut him off.
Thede takes this one. He's going to pass it over to Shane Jackson. There's a pick from McKay. It feels to me like the Chiefs, these last couple shifts, are being pretty careful not to go overboard with the picks. Nice shovel pass ahead. What a play there. And it's a 2-on-2. Hutchison will pull up. That was Alex Pace making that nice pass. So many veterans on both these clubs. Quick release. And Tate Katoni couldn't quite get it where he wanted it. Harris running. He's got a trailer in Priolo. Hands it to him. He'll rip one. Stopped by Hutchison and controls the rebound.
Steve's usually good for one every couple of games, and he's in transition. He just does a great job.
And now, Drew Hutchison bumped.
I can't see who the culprit was. It Martin that got him?
Oh, it's Nungo Thompson.
Johnson. Fans never like that.
No, if anybody's going to do it, it's probably Nungo. I mean, he's going to get under your skin. He's gritty. I remember seeing him in junior and thinking, this guy's going to be able to play. He went a little later than I thought he would in the NLL draft, but Halifax loves having him. Ton of Thunderbirds in this game, of course. Oh, my goodness. Lyle Thompson. What do you do? We're going to wait and see what happens here before we go to the replay. Oh, and that's...
Burkhoff's got to get out of that mask. You don't want to get that call against you.
Called, and you just can't do it. I wonder.
It was earlier in the year. I think they've kind of come away from it just a little bit at this high level. Too much at stake to throw those kind of penalties around.
Yeah. Looks like Burkhoff he's talking to the refs. I assume he's going to the box. Let's take a look at that goal, Sully.
Talking about that goal. Here it is here. I mean, it's just... Puts the stick out there. He almost goats him to take it and weaves himself right back inside and then frees him up. It just goes wide to him. Like,
that's just
the
not
game
normal.
Just stops. It stops when it's in his stick. It's like Michael Jordan in basketball. It just stops when it's in his hands.
Hope and Bomberry are down talking to Andrew Ecclestone. We'll see what the calls were.
Be interesting to see what they come out with here. They may just washed it. Let them play a little bit. Looks like that's what they're going to do.
There's nothing, eh? No penalty?
No.
Okay.
I think that's okay. You know, it's a physical game. It's entertaining.
Game 3 of this series will be Thursday night in Six Nations. That'll be on Darryl Smart Media. Game 4, we're back here in Peterborough this Saturday, and that will be right here on Stamplax on YouTube. I'm going to check the time because they are both. Yeah, the Saturday game's at 7. So everyone keep that in mind. Thursday's at 8, Saturday's at 7. Make sure you're here early, Joe.
Early, I'll remember.
Yeah. I'll have to text you to remind you. Big standoff along the boards. Now it pops out. Edwards still tying up that Laker. Harris comes in. Chiefs are pretty happy with that 30 ticking away, and it will run out. And Armstrong will burst his way out of the pile.
Trying to hit anybody he can hit on his way to the bench.
Yeah. Lakers fans wanted a loose ball foul there. Did not get it. We're into approaching the final minute.
So will they go for a quick shot so they can get that last 30? See what Peterborough thinks.
Well, they're pulling out. They still got time if they want to go for the 2-for-1 to try a shot. It'd be around now-ish. Yeah, Catoni's going to take that anyway. And that's just a good shot for him.
Yeah, that'll give him, can possibly give him 13, 14 seconds.
Just don't give Dane Smith a breakaway.
The second one of the game, yeah.
Yeah, if they're going to shoot that, somebody run back.
Yeah.
Like somebody get out there first. And the Lakers trying not to pick it up, and now they can, and they're going to take a timeout with some pressure. So nice heads-up play by Mitch Ogilvie. Did not pick that up. He was literally looking up at the scoreboard to make sure that it was under 30, and they'd be able to run the time right
That's
down.
a veteran move. Now you're going to see Peterborough's top 6, I would well imagine, against Six Nations top 5.
So this Peterborough timeout, they are obviously going to pull Drew Hutchison, send the 6 attackers out, and try and get within 1 as they go to the intermission. What are you looking for? Like who's?
I mean, it's hard to say right now. I mean, you've got Resiteritz that's got great hands. You've got Tate Catoni who's picked up some big goals. But I mean, what I would say is the good thing is Tracy's drawn up some great plays for them. So they've got a bit of an arsenal to go to. I don't know that Six Nations will be able to say any one player, which is what you want.
Yeah, I mean, if you're on the power play, I feel like if it was 5-on-4, I feel like you're going to Hogarth in the middle. But 6-on-5, there's a little more traffic. Maybe you look at.
And you've said it 1,000 times. Hogarth inside game he's your money guy for sure.
Best in the biz.
If that's the play they want to set up.
They're going to wait for another 6 seconds or so before they go. They get it to Tate Katoni. He'll rip one. Stopped by Jamison. And put back. Is that good? There's pushing, there's shoving, there's more face masking. I did not see a sign for a goal.
You know, I think they were looking for. They had some options early on. They sent it over wide.
Let's take a look, Joe.
Yeah, let's take a look here. So you can see they're going to roll in. Two guys roll inside. One pops out. He's open.
That's.
Sorry, yeah. They get
it is.
Yeah.
There was the goal
Yeah.
signal. Okay. I missed that. It was pretty quick because then they had to run in and get involved with separating players. There are going to be penalties now. Hogarth and I think, is that Marinier going?
I think it was a bit of a broken play, but by the end of it all, they were in the right spot. And again, Tracy made a good call, set the guys up for success there. 0.7 seconds left.
Scored some big goals for them, eh?
Oh, yeah.
Hope and McKay over there getting the explanations. I would advocate for calling it even a major every time somebody grabs somebody's face mask, especially if they pop it free. I say call it every time.
Every time?
Yeah.
Well, you know, if you did, eventually guys just stop doing it. It's just too costly.
I remember when they brought in the...
and it's frustrating because as a player, you don't know which way they're going. Are they going to call it? They're not going to call it. They could have easily made it a couple times already tonight.
Right. I remember when they
could change the
when they brought in the rules for when they emphasized you can't roll the ball away, you're going to delay a game.
Yeah.
I talked to Colin Doyle after an exhibition game. I said, how was that? He said, yeah, they called one on me. I'm not going to do it again. That's pretty straightforward. So through 20 minutes of play, the score is 3-2 for the Six Nations Chiefs. We are going to go to a break, and we will be back after 12 minutes here on Samplax YouTube. Thanks for being with us. We will see you shortly. Welcome back, lacrosse friends, to the 2025 Major Series Lacrosse Championship Series. I'm Steven Stamp with Joe Sullivan. That's a very good period, first period. I'd say for both teams. I mean, Six Nations with the lead. Peterborough's got to be happy to be right where they are.
I think so. I mean, both teams obviously want the edge, but I think 18 shots in favor of Six Nations, only putting 3 in. A couple of breakaway shots they gave up that they could easily look back and say we could have cleaned that up and shut that down. So yeah, I think it's a great game, back and forth. It's everything that we would expect out of a typical Peterborough Six Nations game.
Yeah, Tyson Bell scoring the first goal unassisted, then the McCully marker. Then Dane Smith on the breakaway again, unassisted. Lyle Thompson is unassisted right now. Maybe they were just so bedazzled like we were that they didn't say who gave him the ball. Maybe he just got it himself. I was honestly so struck by what he did. I couldn't tell you either.
Around three Peterborough defenders.
Yeah, unbelievable.
Just fantastic.
And then Mike Robinson with the tap home, just with a second to go to pull the Lakers back within
such a
goal.
Huge momentum one.
There's some conversation going on before the period started between the Lakers coaches and the officials. And we're ready to roll. It's Edwards and Withers. Withers has the clamp. He's actually got it in his stick in the top of the... How did he do that?
Withers trying to draw one there. He is checking his chin, see if he's got any blood. High stick off that draw.
Yep, it's roughing minors to Hogarth and Marinier. Katoni on the near side tries to get it through to McCully. He almost had it. He and Nungo Thompson get a little tangled up. Tyson Bell with a nice outlet. And the Chiefs into the offensive zone. This is game 2. Again, game 3 will be Thursday night at 8 p.m. in Six Nations. You can watch that on Darryl Smart Media. That pass through the middle. Feed. Nice save by Hutchison.
And you said the game Saturday is 7 o'clock?
7 p.m. Saturday. That will be live here on Stamp Black's YouTube and Peterborough. It will also be available on your TV for those folks who have access to that. Lakers coming out from the wall. That was Saris on the far side. Here's Latrell Harris taking this outlet pass and quickly into the offensive zone. And look at how quickly the Lakers get out on Lyle Thompson.
Yeah, he might be a guy they want to keep in check.
Ryan Smith just banging around, he and Mitch Ogilvie, Rochester Nighthawks teammates. There are no NLL loyalties once you get out on the floor in this league. Oh, what a diving attempt. Great effort by Shane Jackson.
Got himself in a good position there. Almost got right out front.
That's a pretty nice little move by Braden Saris. The old Scott Evans high toe drag and get the shot off. Well, he was the master of that, eh? Just go up like he's going to shoot, pull it down, then just shoot so hard.
So hard. The rubber man, they call him.
Josh Byrne. Got Armstrong on him. Armstrong looking for help. It is there in the form of Jake Withers. Backdoor attempt. Nice try. I think it went off the far post.
It did, yeah. Right off the far post, and Hope he just wheeled it in.
Both these teams do like to run. We've seen success for the Chiefs. You can see the Chiefs being adamant about taking away transition from the Lakers, getting Bell and I think it was Harris the first two out on that one. Here's Robinson with 9 on the shot clock, bounces one. Jamison swallows it up, and Brad Cree comes up with that loose ball. The names on this defense for Six Nations just keep rolling out. Priolo, Cree, Bell.
Big,
it's crazy.
Physical players, so much experience.
Dane Smith, that's dangerous, and it's a goal.
He is having a series. Oh.
Yeah. Here we take another peek at this.
Yeah, I mean, he's just got patience to burn. Everybody ties up. And he just gets that one step and turns it. So they've got to either come over his head or they're behind him. And
I'm a big Mitch Ogilvie fan, but I thought he got a little too tied up with Ian McKay there. Yeah. Didn't slip off to help with Dane Smith.
But, you don't stay tight to McKay. He rolls in, and Dane dumps it into him. I mean, it's again, when you have that kind of depth, you got a lot of weapons.
Goal coming from Lyle Thompson, who passed it to him. And I know Anna Taylor does a ton for the Lakers, does go back and watch all the games afterwards and check and correct all the scoring or pass the scoring on to make sure that everything's accurate here for the Peterborough games. That shot by Resetarits is wide, so kudos to her for putting that effort to make sure things are up.
That's a lot of work.
It is. Oh, nice pass. Great passing play, but Hutchison post to post for the save.
There they are. There's Burkhoff and Marinier. Teammates earlier this year with Coburg. Facing off, looking like
I'm
they
not
might
sure how well they got along then, to be perfectly honest. Here's Robinson. That's a blast. What a save by Doug Jamieson. That's an absolute beauty, getting that left foot down. Boy, the Lakers love that the low right corners they're looking at. They were going after Zach Higgins there all series against Brooklyn. Here's a two-man game. Hogarth gets there, but he's bumped aside.
A couple good resets there for Peterborough, taking a bit of pressure off their defense to be able to give them a bit of a break.
Nice defensive set by Kaysen Tarbell, yet another of those terrific defenders. Here's Dane Smith, rips one. Hutchison was kind of stepping across, but managed to get that in the stick. They hit Joe Resetarits on the outlet. Hard ripping a goal. Braden Saris has been really putting it together from downtown in this series. And let's watch this one.
Great shot by Braden. Just steps on, sees a little something that I definitely never seen in my playing career, and he just puts it right where he wants it. I think he almost frees him up here a little bit.
So Braden Saris will also be playing in the President's Cup if he's available. He has been playing with the Merchants along with Alex Meunier and Will McLeod. They were the trio of terror for opponents in 2023 when the Burlington Blaze won the Minto Cup. And they have a bunch of other former Blaze players like Alexis Samard, the former OGL Defender of the Year, and a bunch of guys there. And they're really enjoying that.
I think all they have to do is get 4 games in at some point throughout the season, and then it's a great opportunity for some of these young guys just to play a little more ball, you know.
Rip from Resetarits, stopped by Jamieson. President's Cup Senior B Championship starts on Sunday in Whitby. Those will all be live on JVI Sports Network. Minto Cup is going again. The semifinal tonight, Coquitlam and St. Catharines. We're not going to update the score. We don't want to ruin it for anyone, so put it on if you like. On another window. Nice shot by Jackson, just wide. Hope has Ogilvy running ahead to open some space for him. And they're going to hit Saris coming off the bench. He'll blast it. A little bit of a change-up. Did that get tipped? It was tipped on the way. And Nungo Thompson comes up with it. He can be dangerous in transition, but there's nothing there. Lakers already have 3 defenders back.
No transition.
I think 2 of them just stayed on that break. Hard rip by Smith, but not where he was trying to put it. As Hutchison was able to stop that one fairly easily.
The last 3 offenses, Dane Smith's had quality opportunities in each. They want to try to limit those if they're going to be effective against shutting a guy like that.
Holding Tony hard rip. Jamieson controls it completely, and here comes Priolo. Made the all-world team at the World Lacrosse Box Championships in Utica last year. Ageless wonder at this point. He just keeps playing great lacrosse. Dane Smith to the far side. Jackson tries to feed it through to Lyle Thompson. It's bounced away. Withers on the run. Gets it ahead. Pulling up. Hard rip taken there. That was Ben Trumbull.
A little bit of tit for tat there.
Yep.
Physicality kind of peaking just a little bit towards the end of that.
Game 2 of the series. Things will pick up. Almost grabbed there by Hogarth. And here's Bell on the run with Nungo Thompson. Passes it across. It's a really nice pass. But just missing on the shot. Hutchison not giving him a lot of space.
Yeah, and he was on his wrong side. Had to pull it back over. It's a tough shot to make.
The goalies are kind of off in terms of who's playing when, because if Hutchison was up against Warren Hill, that'd be a battle of Halifax's starter and backup. Resetarits taken down. Lakers wanted a call. They're not going to get one. Justin Martin to Priola, who blasts one wide. It's going to be an over and back, and Lakers will get it. Doug Jamieson, of course, between the pipes for Six Nations. And speaking of NLL affiliations, he is with the now Oshawa Firewolves. Let's go to IL Indoor, and I actually broke that story on Saturday that they would be
That's
moving.
Fantastic news for the area. It really is.
It is. Nice shot by Resetarits to block out front.
A pro team in, what you would consider to be one of the hotbeds for sure of lacrosse Canada, Durham.
Great save, Hutchison with the right foot. I feel badly for the folks in Albany because I know that team meant a lot to a lot of people there, but they just weren't getting what they needed happening.
No, and
here's Thompson. We're going to get back to that as Lyle Thompson is spinning. What's he going to do this time? He's going to pass it off, ripped by Ian McKay, and that is just another facet of the Thompson magic, and gets it over to McKay.
So McKay gets it. He's not even a guy you're thinking about, but he comes up, tries his inside game, rolls out, and you'll just see him swing it across here. But he has the wherewithal to pop out. And then again, it's the swing, the shot is great, but where he puts that shot is just second to none. So again, one more guy that's just going to add to the depth of this team.
Is that Brendan Bomberry setting all those picks? I think it was. The goalies have gone to the bench for a drink of water, and does not look like we're going to have a change at this point.
You find it different sitting up here without Jerry Marino right in front of us and the popcorn and hot dog shrapnel everywhere?
Yeah, it's a little different. We're safer. Love you, Jer. Enjoy having you here. He's a beauty. What a great guy. The snacks do fly, though.
And what's that?
The snacks do fly. Yeah. Edwards and Withers back to the dot as Hutchison and Jamieson make their way back to their creases. And on the Oshawa thing, that's like 45 minutes from the south end of Peterborough. About 55 to 60, about an hour from the north end where we are. But
I think
that's handy.
I think it's going to be great for Oshawa, great for lacrosse, Ontario. I think just all around, I think, it's tough for the fans in Albany for sure. I get your point there, but I think from a business standpoint, they'll be solid.
Here's Lyle Thompson again. They're pointing to Jackson, or to McKay. That was Steve Priolo setting a beasting pick and just pointing over to McKay. There's a hard rip from Smith, but it's knocked aside. 4-3 to shoot. It's knocked down. Now it's tapped ahead to himself by Gilray. Nungo Thompson's already out there. Here comes Cree. Harris. Tarbell is going to grab that ball off the bench. And now they've got a 3-on-1. Sets a pick. Nice save, Drew Hutchison. Boy, Drew Hutchison is keeping the Lakers in this one as Six Nations is just pouring on the opportunities, as they are wont to do.
Oh, wow.
Illegal pick on that one.
Little moving pick there. You can see, again, temperature getting up.
Game 2, things do amp up as the series goes on, especially between great rivals like this. That whistle went clearly before the ball was shot in.
Although some fans here heard a different whistle, so who knows?
Yeah.
The one the referees had. You're totally right, Stephen.
Byrne adjusting his mask as he's preparing to shoot. Passes it down to Jackson. Can't quite connect. Here's Dylan Hutchison.
Great vision to even get that ball down to Jackson there.
He is so fun to watch, honestly. Yeah. Here's McCulley getting a pick from Robinson. Resetarits trying to feed it through to Hogarth. It's not there, so he takes it himself. And that moved the net.
Yeah,
that one.
That was a heavy shot.
Trying to get Thompson off the bench, and he didn't catch it.
They're just
Lyle
trying
Thompson
to really
didn't do something perfectly.
Yeah, I know. They're really
weird.
Just trying to stretch that Peterborough defense, keep them uneasy and unrest.
Yeah. Ryan Smith's shot is wide, but it goes straight to Theed. Burkhoff banging up against him. Oh, and the two Lakers defenders ran by, which gives a chance. Theed, reverse whip, great save. Hutchison, nice creativity, but it's a fresh 30 for the Chiefs as we're past the midway point now in the second period. 5-3 Chiefs ahead, 1-0 up in the series. Crease violation, that one did go in.
Looks like they're trying to match size against size there with Theed. I've seen, I don't know if it's Trumbull I've seen and Burkhoff I've seen.
Seems like a pretty good idea. Katoni just missing on the far side. Edwards will pick that one up. Stumbled for a moment, but gets it back. He's got Dane Smith coming off. Well, that's a pretty spicy little pass.
That was, yeah.
to try to handle.
Passes just add to it as well.
Yeah. Chiefs do get it. 15 on the shot clock. Josh Byrne, that one's a bouncer. It does go off of Hutchison. So it'll be a fresh 30 for whoever gets this ball. And it's going to be the Lakers coming away with it. Now a penalty coming. It's an illegal cross check.
If the Bears not presented themselves by the 10-minute mark of the third period, another number will be drawn.
So it's going to be Gilray going for the cross check. Let's take a look here, see if we caught that. So Gilray, it's right out front. We just missed it there because I was waiting until the play was over. But yeah, he knocked the Chiefs forward down. And
looks like they must have had a good sale of the between periods there. I see Parker Sands on his second hot dog, having a good time here with the family.
Didn't Parker and his partner have a baby this year?
He did, yeah. True.
Good for them. He's one of those guys. He's a defender, plays in the Arena Lacrosse League, and just gritty, and one of those guys that's just so underappreciated. I don't know if he's an NLL player, but I think you could have him on your team. He wouldn't hurt you.
No, absolutely not.
Power play for the Chiefs. They'll try and double up the Lakers. Lyle Thompson to the far side. Byrne. Oh, nice fakes. Great ball movement. That's in. Let's see how this one comes about.
Just taking a look at it there. It looked like it popped up. The Peterborough defender actually sticks his stick in. You'll see here, comes across. It's going to go back across again. And the Peterborough defender actually picks it up. Was it Pace that tried to get that?
I think it was Pace trying to get it. Is that Smith again on the far side? That is Ryan Smith setting the huge pick to open up Josh Byrne and then just stays there for that Kyle Buchanan-esque finish on the opposite side.
That's a good comparison. You're totally right.
I mean, you couldn't have two players much more physically different than the diminutive water bug who is Kyle Buchanan, gritty and tough but smaller, and Ryan Smith, just the big body, also with the speed and skill though.
That's Gilray, 2 minutes for cross-checking, time of the penalty.
Robinson, hard shot, saved by Jameson.
Robinson is a gamer.
Too many men being called here.
Fantastic ball player out there.
Sorry, who's that?
Robinson.
Mike Robinson? Yeah, he's really come on. Had a great season with Halifax. They brought the heave away goal song for the Lakers from Halifax. I remember in the first game of the year, somebody talked to him and saying, oh, they've got the heave away goal song. He's like, yeah, I was a little surprised to hear that one go. So it's another penalty for the Lakers, the too many. It's going to be served by Ben Trumbull. And this is exactly, if you're the Lakers, what you do not want happening is giving the Chiefs chances to just pour it on, because they do that anyway. They do have those moments in every game, it seems like, this summer, right, where they just start to kind of pull away.
They do, and if you can weather that storm, that's half the battle.
A 2-minute minor for 2-minute men on the floor to be served.
Hard rip from Josh Byrne, stopped by Hutchison, grabbed there by Ogilvy. Pretty cheeky little flip pass, nicely done to get it to Colton Armstrong. He'll run into the offensive zone. 7:47 to go here. Speaking of 7:47, good news that the Air Canada strike was resolved.
Yes, that's
this morning after 9 hours or so of negotiations. Fans get into their rhythmic chanting. That's a nice pass to Katoni, who bounces one or rips one. It's just a little bit wide. Tyson Bell's just going to tap it ahead.
Shot, I think, on his heels just a little bit there.
Yeah, there's about 5 seconds left on the shot clock.
And again, they're going to close that gap on Katoni each and every time.
Byrne on the far side, back to Smith. Lyle Thompson with a pick. Now, they're going to skip past to Byrne. Backdoor, Ryan Smith. I mean, what do you do? Joe, talk us through how you stop this.
Honestly, he sold that shot so well from the top. Everybody adjusted to this. And Hutchie was froze. The far crease was open. But to sell it that well and finish that well. That's
Ryan
why these
Smith's
guys are
so good on the back door.
That's why they're who they are.
Yeah. That pass, you pointed out well that he sold the shot, but that pass was a rocket.
Yeah.
I don't know how many. I have trouble catching that.
No, I would have bailed on that.
Right?
Sure.
I just was like, whoa, get out of the way.
Playing junior in Peterborough, I had Scott Rogers at the top of the floor, and he would let those shots go. And I got hit in the mask quite a few times.
Good thing you had a mask. You didn't have the old football style.
I just had the mouth guard, actually.
Okay.
Assist to number 22, Josh Bird. And number 4.
Chance for Resetarits. He bounces one. Another save by Jamison. And another penalty coming.
12:56.
Six Nations. Peterborough's got to get themselves back in here. I think they don't want to go in 7-3. They want to go 7-4, maybe even 7-5.
I didn't see what the indication was. You said,
I did not see
okay, hang on. So Josh Hiltz is explaining to John Tavares, he's saying chin strap was off and he didn't fix it. So that becomes an illegal equipment.
The referees in this league, I'll tell you, they do a great job at actually telling him. He would have been yelling at him, chin strap.
Yeah. And I love that communication with the bench. When you tell the coach exactly what it is, the complaints go away pretty quick. Oh, great pass. Nice chance for Resetarits. That one's pounded back out, though. And Saris at the top. Watch out for him shooting from up there. He has been deadly from outside. They're going to him again. Katoni blasts one. It's wide. Hogarth just couldn't quite catch it. That's Priolo.
No, they're quick to get out there and react to it.
Is brought to you by Trading Brothers. Six Nation penalty to number 8, Jim Edwards. 2 minutes for illegal equipment. That's Edwards.
Dane Smith backpedaling. And again, you've got to watch Smith, but you can't press him too much. He'll just go around you. Here's Shane Jackson. And no penalty call. I think fans don't mind that, but that was getting a bit high.
It was high for sure, and I think it was sold even better. If it was working for Vanessa Oak and Century 21, he'd be right with the Dion Jamidi brothers.
Hard rip. Tony gets it. Oh, it just gets away from him. I thought he had it.
I thought he had it there as well.
Now we have a penalty coming. Slashing call to Tate Katoni.
By the look of the way Priolo's walking back to the bench, it might have been him that was the victim of that slash.
Yeah, and Priolo may have slashed Katoni in the first place, and then Tate Katoni responds with one right on the shin or the ankle, and that's...
And he would. He definitely would. He's a competitor.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's gritty, greasy even. You got to have a little grease on the floor, right?
There always is. You need a couple of those players.
Yeah. So it's a 4-on-4 for 35 more seconds. McKay fighting through traffic, gets a shot, goes in. I was just going to say Hudson with the save, but it finds its way home.
And it just dropped, had enough momentum to just drop in behind and spin in. A little English on the ball, I guess.
Here we see it right from the start of the power play. That's how quick it was.
Going to pop it back around here, and he just gets enough turned on the hips here that it carries the momentum right over. Hutchie did get a good chunk of it, but just not enough.
And one thing, you watch this team, there's so much talent on this Six Nations team, as we've talked about, but Josh Byrne, huge picks there. Lyle Thompson is setting picks.
I think I don't want to say that's the difference, but their best players do it all.
Yeah.
They're willing to put their bodies at risk, put themselves in harm's way to get the other players on the floor open.
Battle for the loose ball off the faceoff. Withers gets it. It pops out, though. Tyson Bell with the takedown on Withers, then grabs a bit of jersey. That's a couple of fierce competitors, and again, teammates in Halifax.
Yeah.
That goes away once the MSL season gets started. 8-3, and this is a dangerous spot for Peterborough because if they don't come back soon, they could very easily just be run out of this game. Six Nations has done it to tons of people this year. There's a rip, though, and a goal for McCully. That's short-handed. And Nungo Thompson, you got to watch it with that headbutt. I could see those
McCully with a great rip, uses the defender as a screen, and gives him a nice pop at the end. You'll see it here. Swings over, just lines that defender up and shoots right through him. Little pop for fun after. You're talking about the chin straps and the referees, advising him of that. I remember when Jerry Marino played his first year senior here, he had the foam neck guard that he would wear all the time, and that would always get tangled up on him. They would always mistaken that for his chin strap.
Okay.
That's a great shot. Timely. You were just talking about them staying in it, and that was crucial for them to stay in this.
That's huge. That's huge. Did they just announce Holden Catoni with that goal? Did they just announce Holden Catoni with that goal?
No.
McCully, okay. I thought he said Catoni. He's like, come on. Brad McCully worked his butt off for that one.
Yeah, you worked that hard to not get the credit.
Right?
Oh, wow.
What do we got now?
I think Marinier, and his big physical play, I don't know if we'll get a chance to see it, probably not, but his big physical play sometimes is just, so physical.
Is that a hold or a slash he's calling?
I don't see enough that I would make the call, but the referees are a lot closer than we are.
They're right there, and I mean, this is a high-level officiating crew.
Yeah.
Nobody's ever really thrilled with officials, it seems, but, you got Josh Hiltz, Andrew Ecclestone, and John Vandergiessen out there. I think you're pretty happy.
Yeah.
Wide open backdoor look. Big save by Jamieson. And Priola there to clean it up as it was bouncing in the crease.
This Laker power play is brought to you by Dream Brothers. Six Nations at lead to number 5.
Six Nations always a threat, even
2 minutes for slashing.
Even in this scenario here with 4 runners out there, there's just so much space for them to move.
Oh, it's a good shot. Pretty nice save there by Hutchison. Yeah, when your 4 runners are, Josh Byrne, Dane Smith, Shane Jackson, and Ryan Smith, do you really need 5?
Match up against them,
Right. Coming up towards the final 3 minutes of this second period. Nice chance for Rezaterich, but a big stop by Jamieson. And I'll tell you, Peterborough is developing some opportunities. Obviously on the power play, that helps, but that one's tipped away. Great job by Priolo. He's going to pass it to Latrell Harris, who hits Lyle Thompson. And that wasn't a goal, but it sure was pretty.
Very good job by Peterborough there to get back.
Rezaterich up to Saris.
Says a lot about Saris being on the top of the power play, second-year player.
Yeah, Rookie of the Year last year with the Coburg Kodiaks. Hard rip from Catoni, but Doug Jamieson saw it all the way.
For sure, our hardest trade of the year was moving Braden Saris.
Yeah. Didn't really go that great.
No, it went good for him. It was something he was looking for.
Yeah.
It gives him a great opportunity.
Yeah.
Good for lacrosse.
Coburg made some other very good trades, I thought, during the year. So. Here's Dawson Theed getting some picks from McKay, and Hutchison just holds on to that one. Now lets it drop down for Gilray. Owen Sound had quite a run down the stretch to get into a playoff spot.
They sure did, yeah. I give a lot of credit to them for doing what they did. I mean, they went up against Six Nations. No one gave them much of a chance, but they hung in a couple games, as much as you can against this club. I mean, they're built for a championship. That's what these guys are.
Reza Terrence. They're down to 6 to shoot for the Lakers. Big pick from Hogarth. He'll get the ball now and just rip one. The rebound pops straight to Tyson Bell. Better minute and a half to go here.
So Six Nations just seems to know how to play Hogarth, and they sit back off him just enough so that he can't get inside and underneath, forcing him to take those outside shots.
Here's Josh Byrne on the run. Nice save by Hutchison. But the rebound straight out to Shane Jackson, former NLL MVP. That was in the COVID year, I believe, when it was shortened. Coming back from COVID, was it not? Yeah. Oh, what a pass from Robert Hope under heavy duress from Dane Smith. Now the Lakers do go for the 2-for-1. They did use a timeout in the first period, so be interesting to see if the situation arises, if they would use another one. Now Six Nations will take a timeout under some pressure there in the forecheck.
I think the argument here might be that if there is any argument, it didn't look like Six Nations had clear possession when they blew the whistle, but ended up with it just the same.
Brad Cree had it for a second.
Yeah. Either way, it ended up in their stick. It would have been.
Yeah. So Minto Cup going on. The semis again. We're not going to talk about the score. We don't want to ruin it for anybody, but big game tonight between Coquitlam and St. Catharines. And that's been a good Minto Cup. I mean, that win last night for St. Catharines over Orangeville, I think was probably, the overtime win, probably a confidence booster that they are right there with everybody.
I think, if nothing else, it just really shows just the compete level at the Minto Cup. Such a tough little tournament to win and to have the home team come out. I mean, they've played strong all year, but then to come out and I'll say knock off the top seeded Orangeville team. And again, you take a look at the benches, just some great coaches, some guys that I've had the opportunity to work with, and Andrew Suter in Orangeville. Just great to see them giving it back and getting so much out of those players.
Andrew Suter, terrific player, terrific coach, probably a better person. I remember New England brought me down to do a game. I was at the post-game gathering with him, and he said, "Are they taking care of you? They got, do you need me to get you a drink? Should I get you some food?" I'm like, no, I'm good, thank you. But he would literally do whatever. He's like, "Do they got your room?" Because he would have got me a room. Like, he would do anything for people he knows and cares about.
No, he's
Dane Smith with a bouncer.
Great ambassador for the sport.
Yeah, the whole family, right?
I was just going to say, if you know his family, and he gets it honestly. They're just great people.
The Suter clan are just awesome.
And again, we talked about. Let's get through this 15 seconds here.
12 seconds to go here.
Goalie
6 attackers, 4 Six Nations, and Dane Smith with it. Down to Ryan Smith. Oh, what a pass. What a finish, Shane Jackson. I swear he started shooting that before the ball was in his stick. We're going to take a look at how it transpires here.
Well, Shane just, he finds a hole. That's what he does. He's known for his goal scoring, his finishing. And he does it just quietly. You'll see him creep in here in between, split the seam on the other side. And he is, to your point, Stephen, he's in motion before that ball's in his stick. And his teammates know he's going to do exactly that.
Just unbelievable. What a player.
Yeah.
He's one. I do a lot of draft prospect coverage, and he's one that I missed. I had him. I forget where it was. And he noticed. I mean, people notice. And I had him around 12 or so. He went to you.
To me.
Actually,
we drafted
in Minnesota.
Shane in the first round.
And Brock Sorensen and...
Brock Sorensen. There's a whole plethora.
Kyle Matisse.
Kyle Matisse, that's right.
Oh, what a good chance there.
I thought that one in. Holy, sorry, people at home. I thought that one in.
It's pretty close. Pretty close. So a goal late in the period makes it 9-4 for the Six Nations Chiefs. We're going to take a 12-minute break, and we'll be back with the third period here on Stamplax YouTube. Please do subscribe, and we will be back with you soon. Welcome back, lacrosse friends. We are ready for the third period of Game 2 of the 2025 Major Series Lacrosse Championship. It is 1-0 in the series for the Chiefs, and it is 9-4. So a big hill to climb for the Lakers. They'll send Withers out against Edwards. I'm Steven Stamp with Joe Sullivan. And Sully, if you're the Lakers, what's the solution here?
Well, they're getting the shots. They're just not getting the quality shots. That Six Nations getting 39-35 in favor of Six Nations. If they can start to finish and start to do those things, they got to get themselves out of a hole here pretty quickly. I don't think this is the kind of team you want to leave to the last few minutes.
Pretty nice little pass, but it gets away just a bit too far for Ogilvy, and Latrell Harris will take that one. Shots 39-35 through 2 periods. Burn across to Dane Smith. He gets a drive to the net. That one's stopped by Hutchison, who's been a difference maker in this game.
That's the very play that he got his 4 goals on the other night, just underneath and just a hard stride to the net.
Here's a chance on the run. What a finish there by Kaysen Tarbell. Kind of overlooked on this megastar lineup, but he is a dynamite defensive player.
Yeah, again, depth is everything, and he just comes up with that loose ball. Looks like they're going to catch him and reel him in, and then he just takes off. Nice outside shot.
He's fast.
He's a very fast player.
Through the second period, Dane Smith with a pair of goals and 2 assists for 4 points. Ryan Smith and Ian McKay each with 2 goals. Josh Byrne, 4 assists. Lyle Thompson, a goal and 3 assists for the Chiefs. On the other side, for the Lakers, obviously not as much to talk about. Joe Retzterich leading the way actually with 3 assists. Brad McCulley has 2 of the 4 Lakers goals. Mike Robinson and Braden Sarich the others.
Yeah, their big players have to play just a little bit bigger, and it's easy for me to sit here and say that. They're doing everything they can, but they're up against great goaltending and a thick, star-studded defense.
Braden Sarich's shot stopping. Gibson, is that? No goal. Now there is a call of a goal. So Josh
different
Hill's
vantage points. You see them rush in. He's seen something the low referee didn't see. Called it right away. He's not even having it with Six Nations. So it's just as he spins.
Oh, you can see.
Yeah, he got a great vantage point on it. So great job by the referee to be in the right position to make the call.
Yeah. That's just good officiating.
And did Peterborough need that?
Yes.
Jeff Tizik there just about came right out of his shoes there jumping up.
And the thing is funny, on the during the women's MSL, at one point somebody was down by 3 goals, and I said, now they just have to figure out how to get a field goal. I said, actually, back off. I'm not going to say that because you can't be thinking 3 goals. You got to think 1 goal. And Diamond Jim Lowe was with me. He said, I was going to correct you on that one. I was going to argue with that one. You got to get one at a time. Same thing. Lakers can't go and score 5 goals.
Yeah.
Or a 5-point goal.
It is one at a time. Yeah. Build that momentum and find the holes between this Six Nations defense.
Of course, the tricky part is stopping Six Nations from scoring anymore as well.
Yeah. No easy task.
No. Oh, Dane Smith, what a pass to Brendan Bomberry. And I was pretty sold that he was shooting.
Well, and that seems to be what they've been doing here. They just freeze them up, and they got to get out to Dane. So you see them step up, try to block his shot, and they just go underneath to that nice pass to Bomberry.
Bomberry, another guy who gets a little overlooked on this, again, star-studded roster, but he is a terrific player. Great leader.
I think Six Nations, Tavares, and Dewey Jacobs have done a great job, putting the right players on the bench here. Their depth guys are doing exactly what they need them to do. And I think you mentioned it earlier, their top guys are doing it all.
We've got a pair of officials with their hands up. We're going to have a holding the stick call. Now, is it 2 different calls or is it the same one? I think Edwards is going and a Lakers player, but no.
I thought they were calling both. It looks like they're just going to get the one.
Yeah. We'll go back and take a look at this play. That's definitely a hold. Oh, you know what? That's a good non-call.
Yeah.
Withers is going down, and it just got tied up. I think that is live. I thought we were going to get a holding the stick as well, and I can see why John Tavares is complaining. But I think when he watches the replay, he'll say, "Yeah, no, that's just a hold on Edwards." The Lakers with the power play. Get it across Tony up to Saris. Quickly back, and Tony rips it. That's a nice save, and Josh Hiltz, that hit him, didn't it?
It did, yeah.
He popped right up and kept down. Got to be gritty just to be a ref in this sport. And then he gets an earful from John Tavares as he walks by the bench.
That's what I will say. This refereeing group in particular, they're just so good to talk to the bench.
Yeah.
And there's nothing worse than not, and that's when the yelling starts. They're doing a great job officiating.
I think that would have been one of the less friendly responses that Josh Hiltz gave because he'd just been hit.
Yeah.
And he was adamant about that play, but they are great. They will talk to you.
Makes a difference.
Yep. Nothing coaches hate more than the hand, right?
Oh.
The palm up. Don't talk to me. Ooh. Lyle Thompson has it as the Chiefs are in the final minute of their penalty kill here on the Edwards holding call. Theed facing the double team. Piles through one of them. And Hutchison lands on him, which goalies are always going to do.
Yeah, I mean, it might buy a little bit of time in the transition up the floor. Again, two Thunderbird teammates.
Yep. Peterborough taking their time getting set up here on this power play. They're certainly not panicking facing this 6-goal lead.
They're going to get one clean shot here.
Oh, Resetarich, hard rip far side, stopped by Jamison. They're former teammates as well down in Albany.
That's right.
Resetarich, the all-time American scoring leader, passing the great Casey Powell. Casey Powell was such a class act about that too when Resetarich passed and congratulating him.
That's really something to see.
CP22 is an all-time beauty. Edwards is released. Byrne circling the net, takes a shot. It wasn't going to count even if it went in, but it's off mark, and Lakers will get it back at even strength. Again, Game 3 of this series will be Thursday night in Six Nations at 8 p.m. Lakers advancing towards the net. The pass through to Hogarth. Great strip by Nungo Thompson. And he springs Kason Tarbell. That's a big stop. And Hutchison just stands still.
They are not giving Thomas Hogarth any room underneath.
No.
They are taking his game away from him.
Thursday night at 8 p.m. in Six Nations. You can see that on Daryl Smart Media. Saturday night back here in Peterborough. The 23rd, remember, 7 p.m. Mark that, 7 p.m. It's the only 7 start, I believe, in the series. That's here on Stamp Black's YouTube. Tony, hard rip. Swallowed up, goes straight back out, though, to McCulley, as it was not swallowed up. It was just knocked away. If there's Game 5, it's back on Monday the 25th in Six Nations. If we go to Game 6, it's back here in Peterborough on the 26th. Bouncer from McCulley. Nice stop. Jamison scoops it up. Didn't even, so many times goalies are looking up the floor, and Jamison was like, I'm just going to hand this to Steve Friolo.
Yep.
You don't need to run right now, right?
Play it safe.
I mean, the Tarbell chance, obviously, you get that wide open breakaway, you go, but no need to push it. They go backdoor to Theed. That's a pretty nice trail check by Eric Schul to break that one up.
Very good, very effective.
Yeah.
And smart to play the stick. You're not going to move Dawson Theed.
No. Eric Schul, another one of those guys who can flat out play this game. Hasn't had a ton of opportunities in the NLL. I think he's good enough. Certainly gritty enough.
Absolutely.
Saris rips one. Play had been blown down. Thompson is on the floor. And Marinier having some words from the Cully about that one. Yeah,
Who's
Nungo
down
Thompson
there,
is not. It's Nungo Thompson.
I didn't see exactly what happened there. Put him down on the floor like that, but
he was D'd up with. I don't. Oh, okay. Yeah. So McCulley cross checks him after he lands on the turf.
Gotcha.
Yeah, they kind of get tangled up.
That'll do it.
Goes down.
Dane Smith's just expressing his case down here.
Yeah. That's a good point. I mean, and the thing is, that's a tough one when you're against the carpet on the floor and you get that cross check, there's nowhere to go. It's not like a standing up cross check. I remember in high school football catching a pass as a tight end coming across the middle. It was down front. I dove, grabbed it, pulled it up to my chest, hit the ground, had a defender land on my back at the same time. I have never felt the air go out of me so much and so fast. Hard shot by Smith. Stop, though. Pace comes up with the rebound. Smith forechecking. Really nice work by Alex Pace.
There's not a lot of give there, Stephen. You're totally right.
Yeah. But then McKay with the steal, and the steal back by Armstrong rolls it over to Tate Katoni, who had some pressure, gets bumped by Brad Cree, as will happen if you're around Brad Cree. One of the bigger, tougher defenders in the game.
Peterborough trying to get themselves going here, get some rhythm. Here we go.
Tony finds Rezateras. His shot stopped. Hogarth has it. Nope, he doesn't. I thought he did. And that pass is going to play. Was it touched? No. It just got away from Ian McKay, so the Lakers will get it.
You're talking about that give. I don't know if you ever roller skated, but if you went to wheelies in Peterborough and you come off the track and you hit the carpet,
as
soon as you hit that carpet, your wheels seized up.
There you go. Robinson, hard rip. So what are you talking about? Like the McKay pass or the...
When he fell. When he fell, there's no give.
What a chance for Theed. Big save by Hutchison. Here comes Gilray the other way. Sorry, I kind of lost you for a bit on what we were talking about.
McCulley just got tied up there pretty good.
Yep. That shot from Katoni was blocked. Robinson has it back to Katoni. Two Lakers are changing. They'll get it to Hogarth, to Saris. This is a bit of a slow change. They're all out there now. Hard rip from Robinson. If Edwards gets this, and he's just going to let it sit there. And he's not going to pick that up till somebody comes down.
Yeah, they'll just let that time go. They'll get all their offense on the floor.
So Withers will go down and press him and force Edwards to pick it up. I mean, with a 6-goal lead here in the third, just let it tick forever if you can. That was an easy one. I remember watching Zach Currier playing with, I think it was when he was still in Calgary or might have been with San Diego, and he had a one where there was about 12 seconds left on a shot clock, and he tapped it. He literally took it from one restraining line around behind the net over to the far restraining line before he picked it up because he was waiting for there to be 30 seconds left in the period.
Smart.
Oh, he's so smart, and he can do it. He was basically playing hockey. Nice pass over to Tate Katoni. What a move! It's a great play by Katoni, but Doug Jamieson.
Great effort there to get something going. I feel for them. They're working so hard here to drum something up.
And that's against the Six Nations teams. You do that. You have to work so hard, and you do it, and you get rewarded, and then they just go and make something look really easy at the other end. And they've been doing it to everybody all year. I mean, 16-2 in the regular season, 4-0 in the playoffs. They only gave up more than 6 goals about 4 times all season. Here's Gilray. Pace gets to the bench to get Rezateras out. He takes the pass. The Lakers still trying to push. Hope backpedaling. Circles around. Hogarth to Rezateras. A lot of traffic in front.
Yeah, that's
some hard work by Tyler Biles to clear the center. And Dane Smith comes up with it. That pass was tipped down, but Priolo comes away with it. The veteran calmly. And then the Priolo change of direction. The Priolo ruse. He makes it look like he's going to the bench. He had a big pick. That's got to be illegal. Probably verging on a penalty.
Holy. They're really poking the bear there. I don't know whether they're be able to keep their heads here long enough. I hope they can. They've got a great back and forth game.
Priolo had that one season in Buffalo where he started doing that, where he would head down on transition, pass the ball off, and act like hold on to it, and act like he was going to the bench, and then wheel back in. He scored about 12 goals, 14 goals.
You know what? It catches everybody off guard. They're thinking he's just going to go. It'd be a typical D-training guy.
They had Burkhoff on the back door. Didn't feel like the lane was there, so Robinson takes a shot instead, and Burkhoff gets that rebound, and he's going to be out there and just bang bodies. Oh, what a snipe from Holden Katoni. Lakers leading goal scorer in the series in the playoffs, and this is why.
Whatever they need, they asked Burkhoff to go ahead and bang bodies. He's banging bodies. Gets a little bit of a spread there, and all they needed is a little bit of space. And again, you give Holden that opportunity with Holden. Great outside shot.
I'm not sure there's a better pure outside shooter. I'm not sure there's a better pure outside shooter in the
And
sport.
heavy, just a heavy shot.
Yeah. 11-6 with a little over half the third period to go.
It's fun to watch off these face-offs. You see the different techniques that guys try to throw to defend against Jake, and he's just so good at what he does.
He just keeps winning face-offs. And I've said before, if Jake Withers never took another face-off, I'd have him on my team in a heartbeat as a defender. Breakaway chance. Oh, they couldn't get it to Cree as there's a over and back. The ball just bouncing to a Laker, just back over center.
Just 1 foot there, yeah.
Yeah. And somebody lost a stick. It made its way over to the Lakers bench, and they've now, I think, recognized it was a Chiefs stick. So it's sitting over in front of Peterborough's bench. Ogilvy will get it as a man forward. You're going to see that stick right in front of their change area. And now Josh Hiltz will get it. Chuck it across. Well, that's pretty good.
Got
the end.
Got it all the way there.
Yeah, the butt end caught, flipped over, and it landed right in the change box of the Chiefs. Lyle Thompson. Oh, big save, Hutchison. But another little piece of Lyle Thompson magic.
Now, I don't know if it's just transition, but they only had 3 offensive guys out and 2 defensive guys just stayed and sat back.
There's a save on the shot from Saris. Shot's actually 47-45 in favor of the Lakers.
Yeah, they picked it up.
Yeah. And there's been some good quality chances. I think Six Nations has probably had more high quality chances, but
yeah. I would agree, Stephen. You're totally right.
Josh Byrne, Ian McKay just waiting to set a pick for him. Now they'll both set them for Shane Jackson. Smith. That's going to be an illegal pick on Brendan Bomberry. He's going to have to go get his stick back after he flattened Johnny Pearson.
Yeah, that was a hard hit.
Things can get a little nutty late in a game with a bit of a spread like this, especially in the Peterborough Six Nations series. They've met 9 of the last 10 MSL championship finals now.
Here we go.
Hard rip from Rezaterich is off target. Tony gets to the bench so that the ball, so that Gilray can get out, and he'll pick that one up. It's going to be an over and back, but Gilray took away the transition chance, so that's good work.
Yep, smart play. Good
And
speed.
Gilray's looking at the refs and saying, blow it in. Blow the play in. I'll go with the ball. I'm ready. Dawson Thie just taps it over along the wall and passes it out to Shane Jackson. Here's Ryan Smith. Another save, Hutchison.
Peterborough's pushing hard.
They hit Katoni off the bench. Robinson came to set a bit of a pick. He's trying to tie up 2 players.
Holden will run that across the top here. No.
That pass just
Tough
bounces
angle.
off the chest
Yeah,
of Tyler
tough angle
Viles.
inside, yeah.
McKay takes it near the bench. Alex Pace watching him. He'll leave it there for Josh Byrne. And the Chiefs, they're going to keep going, but boy, you'd think they're using up some time on these 30s now. Shot from Byrne late in the 30. He's battling to try and get it back. That's a big pick from Hutchison. And Ogilvy's going after Byrne. I'm not sure that Byrne actually did anything.
Hutchie bought his D guy just a little bit of time.
Yeah.
Put his body in the way here.
I mean, that's all Drew Hutchison. I don't think Byrne did anything except try and pull his stick back.
No.
But I guess you touch the goalie and you're going to get after him.
It's that unwritten rule, right?
Yeah. I really have no problem with Ogilvy going and saying something, but that was all Hutch.
The score being what it is, they're going to probably take some liberties where they might not. They'd be a little more disciplined typically.
It's a great look on the other angle that we had there.
Job.
Remember, all the games in Peterborough are available on Stamplax YouTube. You can also, if you have access to your TV, you can catch them on there. Now, as Hutchinson's over at the bench, I think Nick Rose is working on his gear, helping him out get that fixed.
I'm sure we'll see a lot of Peterborough fans up in Six Nations on Thursday night.
Yep, for the 8 p.m. start.
Always is, yep.
Then Saturday, 7 o'clock. Can't stress that enough. Minto semifinals tonight, St. Catharines and Coquitlam. The winner will face a 2 out of 3 best of 3 final against the Orangeville Northman. That starts Thursday. Goes 3 straight days, Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Going to be a busy week. What's your pregame? Stephen, what do you do to get yourself ready for the game?
For these games?
Players have their own things. What do you do?
I like to... I'm doing a lot of, preparing the graphics and things, make sure I've got everything ready to go. And I like to just go through the rosters, go through the, the matchups,
all the
look at
details.
Look at all what's been happening. Try and find some
What about your
trends
meal?
and
What's
things.
your meal? Taco Bell? What do you do?
Yeah. Lots of No, I've not been to Taco Bell for a while. Today, Carrie, my delightful wife, made a stir fry with some
Nice.
ground beef and vegetables. Josh Byrne with the delayed penalty coming gets a pretty good look. It's going to be a holding call. And Jake Withers looks and points at himself like, is that on me? Really?
Jake's battled hard tonight in the circle, and defensively he's always in the game physically. He's really looks like he's a little ginger there coming off, a little tight.
McKay landed on top of me.
Yeah.
I mean, he clearly, when you watch the replay, it becomes apparent he grabbed him and pulled him down. When you watch the play again, you can go back. I didn't get a replay of that one, but you can obviously on YouTube use your back channel. 7-11 to go. Chiefs up 11-6. And on the power play.
This Laker penalty kill is brought to you by Barry McLean Masonry.
Oh,
Lakers penalty
nice
to
effort, but it gets away. A little wide on Jackson. It's tracked down by Byrne. They've still got a dozen on the shot clock.
2 minutes for holding. Time of the penalty.
That one's blocked out front. Not sure if that was Armstrong or the foot of Hope that got it. They're looking Theed. Another nice save.
Those are big saves by Hutchie
good.
there. They're big saves by Hutchie.
Long pass, and they do find Tate Katoni coming off the bench. I thought Kaysen Tarbell may just staple him into the boards, but elected not to. Saris finds Katoni. This is one of those situations where it's 6:20 to go. You're shorthanded, but you're down by 5. You can't really just hang around for 30 seconds.
You hear that? The fans clapping there when we're shorthanded, obviously, and it brings back memories of like Brad Self and Dan Carey, killing entire 2 minutes before that rule change.
And then Mark Stainhouse
playing catch off the boards because nobody would dare go try to take it off.
Right. And then John Grant Jr. Occasionally, you just give it to him, and he'd just say, go ahead and hit me. See what you can do.
And he really could weather the storm. People don't realize just how strong John was.
Strong and so tough. Smith with the chance. Nice save, Hutchison. Again. I remember the one series Peterborough were playing Brooklyn, the old Redmond, when they were called the Redmond, and they Grant had the ball for a penalty kill. And Brooklyn was like basically just letting him have it. And then Junior actually leaned back against the boards. You remember that? Oh, they did not like that. You would have been just down along the boards. You might not have seen it because you were on the bench. And he was right down along the boards near you, but
he could do things on the floor that I would argue nobody else can do. But
no, unbelievable player. Like there has not been a more skilled and creative player in the game.
And fun guy to be around. I'll tell you what. Yeah.
There's Dane Smith. Man, we've got some of the all-time greats in the building tonight, right? With John Tavares coaching. Richie Kilgore's on that bench as well. Tracy Koleski on the Lakers bench. Dane Smith with the ball. Bomber just avoids the crease. Hard rip from McKay. And it's Hope with the outlet pass. Finds Robinson off the bench. Hogarth going into the middle. They pass it to him. Oh, that is pretty. I hope that replay catches the pass.
Well, they needed
Robert
that
Hope.
for sure. I mean, there's not a lot of time left, but
here it is.
Great head pass. You see them just stay wide to spread the D out. Dumps it back inside. He just shoots it around the defender to get that look.
And, Mike Robinson, I thought, was pretty clearly passing that ball to Thomas Hogarth. Six Nations knew it. Robinson knew it. Hogarth probably had a pretty good idea of it. And still, he's so good.
Yeah.
You can't stop him. 11-7, 4:45 to go. it's not over. I mean, it's still a really big challenge to come back, but the Lakers are looking pretty zesty here. Withers going to the net, passes it down, just missing was Armstrong, who had a huge goal late in that series against Brooklyn. And here comes Tyson Bell. And the Chiefs are certainly not going to panic. They don't look panicky, but you can see that they're recognizing they've got to keep playing here.
It is a game, though, for sure. I mean, Peterborough's made them clear of that.
Priolo up for an offensive shift. That pass doesn't connect with Byrne, and here comes an outlet pass from Gilray. Ben Trumbull. Talked about some guys who are going to be early draft picks, like Braden Saris for Peterborough. Ben Trumbull is going to be a first rounder as well this year in the NLL.
They've all had great seasons.
Yeah. Rezateritz, well defended by Tarbell. The whole roll was there by Hogarth, though, and Rezateritz just missed him on that one.
Hogarth was there. You're totally right, Stephen. Underneath, if Joe could have seen him, he managed to free himself up and get open.
Under 4 to go. Actually coming up to 3.5 to go. And Priolo. I thought he might be staying. I thought Priolo might stay for another offensive shift. Brad Cree is staying up. And Theed. I think Six Nations is aware of keeping some big bodies out there in case, a Dustin Burkhoff or Eric Schul wants to send a message. Offensive zone, though, the Lakers are all business, looking to try to get some more. Big pick from McCulley, taken very well. There's the behind-the-back pass, though. That was a nice defensive shift by Marinier to recover. Down to 4 on the shot clock. Hogarth gets one off. That's well wide, though, and the 30 will expire.
Six Nations doing a good job keeping them outside.
There's McCulley and Marinier chatting and exchanging some cross-checks after the play. Was it those two the whole time, or is it has been those two all night, hasn't it?
It has, yeah.
Yeah.
Mr. Tavares just directing his team to stay wide, let the ball do the work. They don't get too engaged. They'll probably see their left side slip to the bench here to allow defenders to get onto the floor. There they come.
It's actually Dane Smith, the first one there.
Yeah.
And then Josh Byrne joins him. Shane Jackson. The defenders come out, and Steve Priolo is right there at the Lakers bench. But Mike Robinson zips past him. That's a heck of a drive by Robinson.
Well, they've got to stretch it, and that's what Mike did there, just trying to find anything he can, any advantage. Created his own space.
Over to Tate Katoni. He's going to try and get underneath. Does so, looking for a pass. Nobody there. Priolo all over him. Now he runs himself into a shooting spot. It's a heck of an effort.
Peterborough ball.
So, loose ball push as they knock Katoni down.
Peterborough's going to get a couple fresh offensive players, 2 or 3 anyways.
I think Peterborough was thinking maybe you let that one go for another couple of seconds because they had a chance as the ball was bouncing around. Here's Hogarth. Over to Rezateritz, and then he'll go to the middle. Holding Katoni, hard shot saved by Jamison. And he's going to find Bradley Cree. Dane Smith. Watched by Ogilvy. Just leaves it there for Theed. That's good awareness by Smith. Knows exactly where Theed is. That's why he's one of the best that's ever done this, really.
Yeah, you're totally right.
Yeah. Around the world attempt by McKay. Nice effort, but he just didn't get it on target. Well, the awareness plus the crazy speed, the incredible skill,
there's a lot
great vision. Yeah. He's got a few assets. Might be the best passer ever, right? The way he just keeps breaking his own NLL assist record.
They're
unbelievable. He's getting over 100 assists a year. Shot from Robinson. We've seen him score from there, including that beautiful bouncer to end that series.
Yeah, fantastic.
Coming into the final half minute here. The Chiefs are going to go up 2-0 in this series. Game 3 will be Thursday night in Six Nations at 8 o'clock. You can see that on Daryl Smart Media. And Saturday, we're back here in Peterborough for Game 4. 7 p.m. start here on Stamp Black's YouTube and on your TV. After that, who knows? Dozen
Final
seconds left.
countdown here. I think there'll be Six Nations will be quite happy just to keep them to the outside.
Stoney thinking about getting a shot off here. Yeah, he's going to run out of time, and the Lakers will run out of time here in game 2. It's a 2-0 lead for the Six Nations Chiefs. Remember, Minto Cup action semis tonight. They will take a night off tomorrow, and then the finals going Thursday, Friday, and Saturday if necessary. The Founders Cup is on in Calgary. That's on BC Sports TV. We've got the WLA finals. We talked about it a bit, I think, but New West up 3-0 in that after Coquitlam took the opener. 3 straight for New West. The winner of this series, of course, plays the winner of that. Looking like right now, you'd have to say that obviously the percentages favor the Chiefs and Bellies, which would be quite a series.
It sure would, yeah. And they've been there before, both teams. So I don't know. I mean, it's going to take a heck of a team, and Peterborough is still very much in this.
Mm-hmm.
They've shown their character throughout the playoffs already, but be interesting to see just how it plays out. They're going to have to get all their players, scoring by committee like we talked about earlier, and just picking their game up just a little bit.
That will do it for Game 2 here in the 2025 Major Series Lacrosse Championship Series. I'm Steven Stamp on behalf of Joe Sullivan and all of us here at Stamp Black YouTube and